a world where mana overload kills, and the mage who devours my purge. Chapter 1. Dancing on the Edge of Hell. The rain was pouring down, as if the grey sky had been torn open. The muddy parade ground reeked of a nauseating stench, a mix of metallic blood, and the sweat of men who hadn't washed in days. Evenings on the front lines, where death was always a breath away, were always like this. Heavy, damp, and completely hopeless. But against that bleak, grey canvas, an absurd pink flash suddenly erupted. Come on, come on. Wipe those dead looks off your faces. You don't know if you'll drop dead tonight or tomorrow morning. So why hold the funeral early? Along with a cackling laugh, sparks like cheap firecrackers popped in the air. In the middle of the mud pool, waving a cane like a circus ringmaster, was a man. It was Lou. He was a sight to behold. In a get-up utterly unsuited for a battlefield, he wore dark purple pumpkin shorts and a corset that put his entire rear on display. His legs, clad in mismatched stockings, were caked in mud, but he didn't care, prancing and tap-dancing over the puddles. Every time the bell on the tip of his pointed hat jingled, colourful sparks shot from the end of his cane, illuminating the faces of the soldiers. Conduits. They didn't have an ounce of magical talent, but they did one thing spectacularly well, acting as human exhausts to receive and flush out magical energy. They were the sole source of entertainment in this hellish war zone, and an absolutely essential supply. Hey, clown. Shake that ass a little more. Those sparks are pathetic. A toothless veteran whistled and shouted. In response, another conduit standing next to Lou, a redhead named Nimsy, flipped him the bird. Bullshit. The sparks look like this because the stuff you bastards unloaded yesterday was pathetic. You gotta feed us if you want us to work, feed us. Yeah, you need good fuel to make a good fire. Your fuel is like watered-down oil. It won't even catch a spark. Lou giggled, playing along. Far from being intimidated, the conduits were fiercer and more venomous than the soldiers facing death. They knew the truth. They knew that if these men survived the battle, the very first place they would seek sanctuary was between their legs. High a few dash. With an exaggerated flourish, Lou thrust his cane toward the sky. The very last remnants of magical energy left in his body were squeezed out and launched upward. Bang! A fairly decent heart-shaped firework pierced the rain and decorated the night sky. Wah! A brief cheer erupted among the soldiers. For that fleeting second, the fear of death was forgotten. Lou brushed back his rein, and sweat-soaked silver hair, and shot the soldiers a wink. The beauty mark under his eye gleamed seductively. Take a good look, boys. You gotta make it back alive to see this pretty thing again. Got it. That was when it happened. From the shadows behind the cheering soldiers, a massive figure stepped forward. The cheering stopped dead. A hulking man clad entirely in black armor. White steam hissed from the seams of his helmet. A scorching aura that evaporated the raindrops before they could even touch him. It was Gas. Lou's eyes locked onto Gas. The sly smirk hanging on the conduit's lips instantly froze. Gas said nothing. He just glared at Lou with bloodshot eyes. That gaze held no sentiment, no playfulness. It was the look of a starving beast eyeing its prey. No, it was the look of a bomb on the verge of detonating, searching for its blasting cap. That monster prick. The battle hasn't even started, and he's already backed up. Lou swallowed hard. Behind Gas, the long blast of a horn signaling an enemy attack echoed out. Buh! Prepare for battle. All hands, prepare for battle. It's a monster swarm. The gates of hell had opened.